Yeah. So where we captured was types of companies.
Oh,
You see where types of companies are written, where we have the limited companies, companies limited by shares, those
yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we highlighted that, but their explanations
Oh, okay.
we never discussed.
Okay, we can start
Uh,
from there now.
okay.
So we have limited companies, company limited by shares, companies limited by guarantee, unlimited companies, private companies, public companies. These are like we have heard of them. So you know when something is limited, meaning like it is restricted.
Yes.
So limited companies, when you hear that a company is limited, that is a company that can only be limited by shares or by guarantee. What is a guarantee? To just from the word guarantor, for example, when somebody is going for a loan, for you to be
Mm.
like when you are going for a loan and you don't have any source of income, for example, when we were maybe when we are studying, for example, undergraduate, you know, that time we didn't have
Yes.
any job that maybe you can say that I'm taking this loan, I will pay, you see. So you realize that for you to apply for help loan and get, like, you must have a guarantor. A guarantor is a person that is, in case you default, he will be like he or she is the one who will be doing the follow up. Like when you are not paying, he is able to follow you. Like he is able to follow you to ensure that you do what you pay. Are we together, my friend?
Yes. Yes.
So so when we talk of a guarantee now, for example, in my case, when I was going for help loan, I had to look for a guarantor.
Yes.
So in the case where we
I've
have the,
lost your.
you have lost my screen. You have lost my screen. Ay, ay, ay. You've lost my screen, right?
Yeah, I've lost your screen.
Let me share it. Are you able to see it?
Uh, Yeah, it is back.
Yeah, so we were talking about limited companies. So a company can either be limited by guarantee or by shares.
Yes.
So in case, like
Yes.
for example, a guarantee, I was trying to build something so that you're able to understand guarantee. So for example,
Yes.
in that case where I am going for a loan, still don't have a job, what I should be given like in that application, in that application process, a guarantor is required, and this guarantor is the man, is the person to follow whether you are to follow and always ensure that you pay the debt. So in that case where we have the guarantor, the person that is standing in for you, maybe to bridge the gap or to link you maybe with certain resources or certain jobs. So you realize that you, like in that case, for example, in that case, I am the guarantee. You have the guarantor and the guarantee. So I the one now going for the loan, I am the guarantee. So in this case,
Oh, so the person applying for the loan or the person who wants the loan is the guarantee,
the person who wants the loan is the guarantee in that
and the
case.
person who will stand in for you, maybe in case
In
or
case
you default.
For
is
example,
the guarantor.
is the guarantor. I was seeing some news that, for example, nowadays if a student failed to pay help,
Mm.
like the guarantor may be tasked with the responsibility of paying should the children should like should the person who took loan fail to pay.
Oh,
Yeah. So a company like when you hear a company is limited, it can either only be delimited by two things. That is
by shares or by guarantee.
by shares or guarantee. So are we together up to that
Okay,
point?
that one is well understood, sir.
Then we have companies limited by shares. Company company limited by shares. So section 6, a company is a company, like a company, that's a company limited by shares. A company is a company limited by shares if the liability of its members is limited by the company's articles to any amount unpaid on the shares held by members. So he's bringing us some new term here, liability. A liability is like, for example, one example of a liability is a loan. Are you getting it? A
Yes,
loan, and even a debenture. Debenture is also a form of loan. So what you need to understand in this case is that, for example, the liability of it's like, for example, is saying a company is a company limited by shares. Now this one is, this one is limited company, like this is general, it's not specific, either maybe to shares or guarantee. Then this B is company that is
or
limited,
guarantee. Mm.
but this B is is companies limited by shares, like shares, this is specific. So that is why it's explaining that a company is a company limited by shares if the liability of its members is limited by the is limited by a company's article to any amount unpaid on the shares held by the members. So like, there is always what we call the articles. The articles are like
Mm.
some guideline. For example, maybe a company articles, some guidelines or rules that guides, how like, for example, when we talk of the members of nini of a company, in a company we have managers, we have directors, we also have example like, we have shareholders. Are we together? We can also
Yes,
have auditor general, like auditor. Then of course we can also have, which one can we have again? We have board of directors. Yes, board of
yes,
directors, which also can refer to us as managers. So for example, when a company is limited, like when members are limited by like, what can limit members is the article of the company, like is keeping them or restricting them from going beyond a certain set set target. Like for example, like any amount unpaid on the shares held by the members. So unpaid on shares held by the members. So like, there must be some restriction on on like shares that a person can do what can hold in a given company. If is there is no restriction, then you can find somebody is even going past. eh? So that those restrictions are what may For example, now when it is on shares, it will regulate. So the liability of the unpaid, the liability of the members of an existing company is taken to be limited by the company's article to any amount unpaid on the shares held by the members if a condition of the memorandum of association of the company stating that the liability of the members is limited is regarded as a provision of article by virtue of section 70. So that is just is shedding more light on this restriction. Like there is that already, that article that is already there, control to make, to ensure that there is order even when we talk of maybe buying of shares, selling of shares, uh, keeping or
There
staying.
is some there is something I want to ask on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same point.
Mm-mm.
I don't know whether I'm understanding it differently, but
You can
let me
ask.
just ask you in this manner.
Yeah,
In according to maybe what I understand here,
yeah.
because these terms are confusing me a lot.
Okay.
When we say companies limited by shares,
Mm.
is it the same as, for example, if uh, maybe I have shares
Mm.
in, let me use an example of a SACCO.
Eh.
I have shares in a SACCO.
Mm.
So when I'm holding some shares in a SACCO, or maybe I have shares in a SACCO, it means that I'm a shareholder in that SACCO, right?
Exactly.
Now, it reaches a point whereby I
Mm.
want to borrow.
Yeah.
I want to go and maybe borrow loan
Mm. Mm.
from the same SACCO.
Mm.
I'm a shareholder.
Mm.
That is one point that qualifies me to maybe to
To go for loan.
borrow a loan from,
Mm.
yes, from this SACCO.
Mm.
Then, reaching there,
Mm.
maybe I want to go and get a loan based on my shares. Like, I don't want to engage any guarantor
Mm. Mm. Mm.
or someone to stand in for me
Mm.
in case maybe I default to pay.
Mm.
So that I call it self-guaranteed.
Mm. Mm.
But then checking on my shares,
Mm.
they realize that maybe I have 500,000 shares, for
Mm.
example.
Mm.
And then for me, I go there and say that I want to, maybe according to the article of AMA Memorandum of Association, is saying that
Yeah.
maybe a member can only be given a loan,
Mm.
maybe up to 90% of his shares.
Mm. Mm.
And then when I go there, I
Mm.
want a loan of 1M.
Mm.
But then my shares is the amount of shares I have. Does
Yeah.
it mean the same thing? Like whatever we are talking about here, the company is limited by by shares. Is it the same thing?
So there is that last bit.
Or that one is different?
There's last bit you are just saying, like net wangu ni kama imeenda, ilikuwa imeenda kidogo. So there's that last bit that you as you are finalizing that very last bit. Can you repeat it again? Hello. Hello. Yes, bro. I'm sorry.
Yes, brother, you're back.
I'm back. I'm back. It's network. A little.
So I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand. So did you get whatever I was trying to ask?
Is there a possibility you can just repeat again once more? Just kindly. Just a kind request.
Yeah. So I was asking.
Mm.
I was using an example of a circle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. So if I have shares in the circle,
Mm.
maybe worth let me use even 200,000,
Mm.
and then maybe according to the rules in the circle, or I don't know whether it is the article of association or it is the memorandum of association,
Mm. Mm.
that maybe saying that maybe if you have such a amount of shares in the circle, then in case you want a loan,
Mm.
then maybe your shares will be multiplied by either 3 or 4 times. So you can get a loan up to maybe 4 times your
Mm.
shares or
Mm.
3 times your
Mm.
shares, for
Mm.
example.
Mm.
Now, my question was, in case that maybe I want to go and get a loan from the same circle, my shares is 200,000, and I
Mm.
don't want any guarantor to stand in for me. So like I'm going for a self-guaranteed loan.
Mm.
So in the
Mm.
self-guaranteed loan, maybe in the same article of association is saying
Mm.
that maybe a member can only be given a self-guaranteed loan that is
Mm.
up to 90% of his shares.
Mm.
So that in this case, I'm not allowed to borrow more than 200,000.
Mm.
I'm only allowed to borrow up
Sorry.
to maybe 180,000,
Mm.
or maybe I can only borrow up to 170. So that in case I default in paying back this money,
Mm.
then
Mm.
my shares may be used
Mm.
to recover the loan that I was given.
Mm.
So my question was, is it the same scenario or this one is different when we talk of companies limited by shares?
So here, what I want you to understand
Mm,
is that you find that the company
mhm.
and the shareholders, they are two separate entities.
Yes.
So when that one means that that one allows that it owns asset and incur debts, like a company can own asset and incur debt independently,
Yes.
and ownership is divided into shares that can be transferred, but it can be transferred, but its private version not offered to the general public. Like you find that when we talk of like a company that is limited by shares,
Mm,
what it means is that you see the owners, shareholders are the owners.
yes.
They have limited liability. That one means that one protecting personal asset, because their financial responsibility ends at amount they invested in the company. Like you find that when the company becomes bankrupt,
Mhm.
like people like it cannot be decided that now the assets of the shareholders are to be taken. Like you realize that
Mm,
yane the company
mhm.
and the company and the shareholders, they are
Mhm.
two separate entities. Like
Oh.
now when maybe a company fails to pay its loan or debt,
Mhm.
the 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 nini the lender the lender
Mhm.
of the money cannot just infringe into the property of the shareholder.
Oh. Now I'm
Yeah,
getting.
you are getting it right now.
Yes.
So that is it. When like they are limited,
Mm,
there is that limit. They can't go beyond. Like they can only talk about what the shareholder brought into
into
the
the company.
into the company. What is it?
Okay.
What is in the docket of the shareholder?
Mhm.
Even if the company is struggling, you
Yes.
can't you can't go past that limit. Like you can't. It is called. There is an English word that I had the Speaker of the Parliament. He was saying that which word is that? Like it is a line
Ama hii
beyond which, yani you can, if you can't go beyond that line. So that there is that limit, the
okay,
Rubicon, yeah. The Rubicon
okay.
line. Yes, yes. So it's just
I
like that.
understand it now.
Yeah, it's just that.
Okay.
So are you seeing my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
A company limited by guarantee. So a company is a company limited by guarantee if it does not have a share capital. If it does not have a share capital, do you know a share capital?
There is a, by the way, there was an explanation about share capital when I went to Kamsako.
Oh,
I could not get it clearly. The only thing that
oh,
maybe I can explain
yeah,
be about share capital,
yeah,
it is some specific amount of money
yeah,
that you have to commit for a
yeah.
company
You commit to start.
that is not withdrawable,
Yeah.
but it can be transferred. It is transferable,
It is transferable.
and maybe in a circumstance whereby you want to withdraw
Yeah.
from the company completely as a member, for example, so you want to transfer this share capital
Yeah.
to maybe another member
Oh,
once you withdraw.
very correct.
I don't know whether that is it.
Yeah, but that is now capital. Now, when we talk of share capital,
Uh-huh.
it refers to, it is a money that is gotten by raising, or a money that is raised by selling the ownership units. Ownership units are just shares.
Uh-huh.
So share capital is money that is raised by selling ownership unit. Ownership unit is shares, so we can say it is a money that is raised by selling shares.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the share capital.
Okay.
So you
I've
you've got,
lost your screen.
you've lost my screen.
Uh,
Okay, let me see. Let me see.
yes, it is back.
Is back.
Back and it is lost again. It is back now.
It is back. So share
Uh,
capital. That is what share capital is about. Is a money that is raised by selling the ownership unit of a company or shares of a company. So a company is a company limited by guarantee if first it does not have a share
mm,
capital. Like is not able to raise money using what? Is not able to raise money by selling what? Selling shares.
mm,
Then another thing, a company is a company limited by guarantee if the liability of its members is limited by the company's article.
okay.
Yeah, if the liability of its members is limited by the company's article to the amount that members undertake by those articles to contribute to assets of the company in the event of its liquidation. Do you understand the liquidation process?
It is confusing me between liquidation process and insolvency. I don't know.
Oh,
Mm,
liquidation, insolvency is a state where, like, a state of bankruptcy. Bankruptcy
mm,
is now when what you have is less than what you owe people. Like you owe people too much than what you
yes,
have. So that when you become insolvent, you become bankrupt.
yes,
Do you get that?
yes. That one I've understood well.
So there is always, like, liquidation. It happens when,
Mm,
like, now a company is not able to stand. Like it is tough that is not able to stand by its own, so it must be liquidated. Like it must be like it's just like ending it, like it must be ended. Its operation must
So
end. So
also liquidation is the state whereby the company is not able to run its daily
yeah,
operations
yeah,
that leads to maybe its
ending,
collapse,
yeah, you is
something like that,
collapse, yeah,
or its ending.
is ending. That is
Oh,
now when now you sell the assets are sold for cash,
okay.
and using the proceeds to pay. It's like after selling the assets,
Mm,
they will now, after selling the asset, the money that they have gotten by selling the assets, they now use
mm,
to pay their debts,
yes.
and even their creditors. So once the process is over, and the nini the like debtors are paid, and even the creditors are paid,
Yes.
once all that is done,
Mm-hmm.
the company is removed from the official register and ceases to exist as a legal entity.
Okay.
Like when it was in the, like it was registered. So once that
Mm,
is done, and like the assets have been sold, and the money gotten has been used to pay debtors and even creditors, then now that company, the name of that company must be removed from the official register and ceases to exist as a legal entity. As a legal entity. You've gotten it now.
yeah, I've gotten it now. There is a tab that is blocking the screen that you are
Oh,
sharing.
oh,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, I'm now able to see.
So another one is
Mm,
a company is a company limited by guarantee if its certificate of incorporation incorporate state, if its certificate of incorporation states that it is a company limited by guarantee.
by guarantee.
Do you get that?
Yes.
Hmm. So that is it. That is very direct one. The company, that is why, like, if you are thinking too much in an exam room, you can't think about that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So sometimes you have just to you don't need to think hard. You have just to take life easy. You compose yourself. You do something that
Mm,
is required. So the Companies Act does not prohibit a company limited by guarantee from having a share capital if it was formed and registered before the commencement of this section. Something of that kind. Then
oh,
are we together up to that point?
yes.
Then we have unlimited companies. A company is unlimited company if, so this is what can make a company unlimited. One, there is no limit on the liability of its members.
Mm,
Sometimes these things are very nice. When you read them, like they sound, they are very practical. A company is unlimited company if there is no limit on the liability of its members.
yes.
Like there is you know like there is no that restriction. Like for example, maybe you see, mm, for example, how can I put it? Like I was talking about the company and the shareholder being two different entities, like that.
Yes.
Like for example, when a company is bankrupt,
Mm,
you can't go to an extreme end of taking the properties of the of the shareholder.
yes.
Yeah, you can't go. That is now when they are limited, but now when they are unlimited,
Mm,
there is no, like there is no limit. They can go and take.
They can go and sell even your piece of land somewhere.
They can go. Like there is no limit on the liability of the members, and each
Mm,
certificate of incorporation states that liability of its members is unlimited.
is unlimited.
Yeah, yeah. That is
Okay.
just crazy. Then private companies, private companies, private companies. A company is private. A company is a private company if its article restrict members' right to transfer shares. Are you getting that? Meaning a private
Mm,
company restrict transfer of shares.
by member.
A transfer of shares by members that
Okay.
limits the number of members to 50. The private companies
Okay.
members cannot be more than
So
50.
which means 50 is the maximum.
Yeah, 50 is the maximum.
Okay.
Yeah. Then uh, prohibit invitations to the public to subscribe for shares or debenture. It prohibits invitation of the
Mm,
public to subscribe for shares or debentures of the company.
okay.
They prohibit, like they don't, they prohibit invitation to the public to subscribe for shares or debentures of the company.
Okay.
Then it is not a company limited by guarantee. A private company is not a company. Is not a company limited by guarantee,
Limited by the land.
and its certificate of incorporation states that it is a private company. You get that?
Okay.
Yes, its certificate of incorporation
Yeah, that
is.
one I've understood.
Mm. So then we have public companies. Public companies is a company is a public company if its article allow its members the right to transfer their shares in the company. You see the difference between private and public.
And public.
Like public,
Mm,
they don't restrict.
yes.
They allow its members the right to transfer what? Transfer.
The shares. Their shares
Mm,
in the company.
mm.
Okay.
Its article do not prohibit invitation to the public to subscribe. Its article do not prohibit invitation to the public to subscribe for shares, meaning people are not discouraged from doing what? Yani people are not discouraged from coming to inquire or to coming prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, like um, you know, its article do not prohibit invitation to the public to subscribe for shares or debentures of the, meaning it allows invitation of the public to come and
Mm,
maybe give something, talk, encourage.
okay.
Yeah. So the certificate of incorporation states that it is a public company. You see how those things are flowing.
Yeah. So
Mm.
from what I've learned,
Mm.
between public companies and private,
Uh,
somehow the vice versa of one.
yeah, like the opposite of the other. One is the opposite
The
of the.
opposite of the other.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, can I have a water? Let me drink some water, kindly.
Yes, yes, yes. No problem.
Yeah. So we can continue.
Okay.
Yes, so we want to talk about principle of legal personality and veil of incorporation. This one also is being said.
Yeah. I've lost your screen again.
You've lost my screen. Pole, pole,
Uh,
pole. You still you can't see it?
yeah, still I can't see.
Okay, let me check. Are you able to see it? Hello.
Yeah,
Are you able to see my screen?
not yet.
Not yet.
Uh,
Okay, okay. Are you able to see it now?
not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Let me leave and join again.
Okay.
Yes, hello, Wadwa.
Yes, yes, an ka.
Mos, kum motimore no.
Inaeleweka sometime.
Let's get
Iluongo
back.
ni gik molos gi lwet dhano.
Gik molos gi lwet dhano dong' ing'e kaka timore.
Iwacho ni gik molos gi lwet dhano gi owada.
Gik molos gi
Seche
lwet
moko ginyalo
dhano.
chacho.
Owada.